Okay, here we go. Another problemo. How about this one? Whoa. Okay, let's try and make sense of this problem with a picture. So let's go to a number line. Let's take 232 and divide it into groups of 4. Is that how we want to think of it? Let's see. If I start out at 0, I have one group of 4. There I am. 2 groups of 4. 3 groups of 4. I'm just adding 4 each time. Now I have 4 groups of 4. 5 groups of 4. You know what? I'm going to stop because, whoa, I have to make it to somewhere around 232, and I'm only at 20. Whoa. But you know what I could do? I already see I have 5 groups. 5 groups when I make it to the number 20. I'm trying to make it to the number 232-ish. So I'm thinking, can I skip count by 20s faster to get to 232? So I have, yeah, you can. So I'm going to go 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. And why am I doing that? Because in each group of 20, when I count to 20, how many groups were there? 5. Another 20. There'll be 5 more groups. Another 20. 5 more groups. Another 20. 5 more groups. Another 20. 5 more groups. So how many total groups do I have when I get to 100? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I have 25 groups. 25 groups. Let me write that right here. 25 groups for 100. Okay. Are you guys making sense of this? If not, pause the video, restart it again, and try your hardest to make sense of it. Okay? So I figured out now that there are 25 groups in 100. Okay, 25 groups of 4 in 100. I'm trying to make it to around 200. 232. So let's go another 100, right? And if I go another 100, that'll be another 25 groups. So now right here, I know that 25 and 25, 25 plus 25, would be 50. And 100 plus 100 is 200. So now I know that, let me write that over here, that there are 50 groups in, if we go all the way to 200, and we're just trying to make it to 232-ish. So how many more do we have to go past 200? Well, we have to go 32, but I was just skip counting by 20s. So I'm just going to go another 20. So there's 5 groups in 20, which is what we see in our picture. So a number that's pretty close to 232 is 220. Looks like there's around 55 groups. But we know there's going to be a little more than that because this is 232. Okay, so that is really drawing a picture and trying making sense of it, which takes a while, you guys, to be able to do. And now we're going to go forth and actually show the estimation of it. So 232 divided by 4. Now let's use our charts. And now that we've drawn our picture and tried to make sense of it, now I'm going to look at the 4 row. 4, 8, 12, 16, blah, 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 blah. Are we going to see 232? No. But we are going to see something close to 23. And I almost hit it right here. There it is. Is it 20 or is it 24? It's 24. So 24 is the closest. And what are we going to do with this 2? We're going to make it 0. Okay? And then at this point, I can do 24 divided by 4, which is, check it, pause the video if you need to. 6. And then I have my 0 to attach to it. So this is going to be about 60. And that makes me excited because when I made sense of it with my picture, I knew that it was going to be a little more than 55. Okay? All right, so now let's go forth and actually try to divide it. So 232 divided by 4. Does 4 go into 2? Is there a group of 4 in the number 2? Well, if you look at the 4 row, 2's not even on there. You get to 4. So, no, you can't do 2 because it's less than 4. Okay? So now we're going to go into 23. And this is what we saw earlier. We stopped right here at 24 when we estimated. But when we're actually finding the quotient, we cannot use that one because it's too much. We have to be exact now. So we go with this one, 20. So I'm going to go ahead and write that 20 under 23. But how many times was that? How many groups of 4 was that? It was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or you can just scroll up on your chart to find that 5. So there it is, 5. I subtract, my difference is 3. Now is that my remainder? That is not my official remainder yet because I notice I still have another digit to find because there's this 2. I'm going to bring it down. And now I'm going to find how many groups of 4 are in 32. I'm still in that 4 row. And now I'm looking for 32. So I'm going to have to go past 24. Okay? And maybe you found it already. So I'm at, it was 24, 24, what's after the 24? Then we go 28, then we're at 32. Oh my gosh, 32's on there. That's awesome. 32 is on there. So when we subtract, we're not going to have any remainder. So how many times, how many groups of 4 did we have in the number 32? Well, you can scroll up on your chart to find out because it was 8. Okay, so now we're going to check our work by doing the inverse of dividing, which is multiplying. So we're going to take our answer, our quotient, 58, and we're going to multiply it by our divisor of 4 and hope, fingers crossed, that you get 232. So I have 8 times 4, which is 32. So I'm going to put down the ones digit, the 2, and I'm going to carry the 3 tens to the tens place. And now I am done multiplying the 8. Now the 4 also needs to multiply with this 5. So 4 times 5. You're figuring that out. And then we have to add on 3 more. And you would be at 23. And is this a moment of joy? Yes, because it actually matched. And another moment of joy is that this 58 is super close to our estimate of 60 and our visual estimate of 55. And we knew it was going to be more than 55. Oh my gosh, this is so exciting. Okay, that's the exciting part of math, when it all kind of comes together in your brain. All right, good job. Keep trying.